All right. We will now call the Board of Franklin County Commissioners budget hearing to order for Wednesday, August 5th, 2026, starting with roll call.
Commissioner Stottlemyre.
Present.
Commissioner Waymire.
Present.
Chair Metter.
Present.
Vice Chair Harris.
Present.
Commissioner Dickinson.
Present.
All right, moving on. I don't have a Pledge of Allegiance on the menu, so.
Nope. We're going to discuss and consider for approval the 2027 budget. I'll start by thanking the employees in attendance. This, as the five of you know, this is the single biggest thing that we do in county government, single biggest policy decision that the five of you make, and the single biggest project from a staff standpoint. There are a lot of people in this room that have worked directly on this document, and everyone else in this room, unless you're a spouse, has done their job at a level that has allowed their department heads to work on the budget and contribute to this. So I want to thank all of you, appreciate you being here. As you all know, this is a revenue neutral budget, and that's kind of the story tonight. To me, to say it most simply, a revenue neutral budget is a budget that does not rise by a single dollar over what was levied last year. So we're going to run the government on the same amount of money in 2027 as we did in 2026. Get a lot of questions about how we do that, given that we are giving our employees 4.1% raises again. We're increasing spending in public works. We're continuing to pay cash for vehicles. And frankly, we do that by responsible spending department by department. So we continue to refine what we are spending money on. We continue to cut staff at Franklin County, and by and large, we do that through attrition. So 2 more positions this year, and we're now, over the last decade, we're about 10% leaner than we were when I started. So about 10%, 10 to 12% of our positions. We do a great job of leveraging money that is not Franklin County property taxes. So, we've got transient guest tax funds. We've got solid waste funds. We've been very creative with that. We have brought a ton of money in from the state and federal government. Grants for the Texas Road Bridge, which was almost $1 million. The Indiana Road Bridge, which is almost $2 million. Safe Streets that Paul Bean worked on. We continue to bring that in. So, and that's how we stay revenue neutral. So, happy to answer any questions you have. I'm sure Janet would like to talk, any questions that you have, so.
Well, do you have anything to comment or add?
No, but I definitely answer any questions you guys have.
I don't know if I have any questions. I'm just glad we can stay revenue neutral and still do all the things that we're doing, so.
What is revenue neutral, the mill difference?
It was 2.361, I believe, is the exact number.
The third?
So the 2027 mill levy Colt's going to be 42.803 mills. And this is actually, this is Janet and I's 10th budget. And when we started, the mill was 62.92. So we are down just over 20 mills, and that represents a just over 32% decrease in the mill levy. And I know there's confusion around what that means, but your mill levy is basically the rate that the county is taxing you for property taxes. So 32%, so over 10 years. And I have heard folks say, well, that the mill levy doesn't matter, but I would counter that with if your tax bill, if the county's portion was 32% higher, that seems huge to me. So I'll continue to beat that drum.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
No question, but I did one comment, maybe. I think the county did a good job of not being drawn in to revenue neutral just because they have to. And we have a county to the south of us. 2 years, they took everything from everything to pay things, and now they're having, they're increased 7 mils on their budget.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just because you continuously are pulling money from everything to do it doesn't mean it's a good thing in the end. And I'm glad that last year we couldn't, and that was the reason, it wasn't there, but now this year I'm glad everybody found it, found some outside money to bring in, and a lot of things we've done with cash from money that we tried to hold back over the last several years. So, and I understand what he's saying about the budget number, but yeah, it ain't everything because you go down, but you wouldn't want it to go up either. So by saying going down doesn't mean anything. It's trying to say going up doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So,
True.
I think my first budget was 8 years ago. Well, I actually came to the budget meeting before I even was on the board, and I know even back then you were staying flat, and I thought, well, how long can you do that? And then the next year it was like flat. And then next year I keep thinking, I don't know how you guys do it, and I know it's like pull up the bootstraps and just figure it out. But every year. And even if it's not completely revenue neutral, it's raises. Otherwise, everything else is flat, and that's amazing. This is 9 years.
Well, and I want to compliment the five of you. Very early on in the budget process, I believe it was Commissioner Waymeyer, but I know you've all said it. You all specifically held out raises for employees, and you instructed me, whatever you do, that can't be touched, which, that's how I feel as well, but it's such a luxury to have a board of county commissioners that sees the value in our folks and understands that we have got to continue offering that and remain competitive with the governments that we can reasonably expect to be competitive with, so.
The wages are important to me as well, because that
Yeah.
determines the quality of your help, and obviously we have that, so that's nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
If there's no more comments, we can open our public hearing. We just need a motion and a second to open that public hearing.
Motion. Second. Oh, Lee's got it.
All in favor?
Aye.
If anyone desires to come up and speak on the county budget, you may come up at this time, and please state your name at the microphone. Make
You
it
just say
second.
it.
Go ahead.
Okay. Is there anyone else, anybody that would like to come up and speak? I'll say it one more time.
One more time.
Third time's a charm. Anybody want to say anything? All right.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, if there are no changes that you would like to have made to the budget, we just need to proceed to approve the budget as presented tonight. And you guys have the budget summary in front of you that was published in the newspaper. And of course, you've reviewed all the other departmental budgets that were summarized in that document. So we just need a motion to do that.
You need the exact rate, or are we good just saying we want to approve the 2027 Franklin County budget as presented?
That's fine.
All right. Is there a second? Did you say I move?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Commissioner Stottlemyre?
yes.
Commissioner Waymeyer?
Yes.
Commissioner Harris?
Yes.
Commissioner Dickinson?
Yes.
Chair Metter?
Yes. All right. That's everything.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Oh, you missed it.
All in
Beat me.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Man, I was sleeping.
Meeting adjourned.